Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about recording customer and supplier opening balances into the system. There are several ways to do it, and I will start by showing you how to import them into the system. Let's start by using our customers. I'll open the Excel file that I've prepared for my customer opening balances. And as you can see, we have only a few columns, and the most important columns are the code and the balance. The name is needed just to make sure that you're using the correct customer or supplier, but I would rather work with the code because the code is unique for every customer and supplier. In the balance, you can see that we have a positive and a negative. The negative means that this is a credit in the customer's account and that we owe the customer. And the positive means that this is a debit, so the customer owes us. Okay, so I will close this now and import it into the system. Upon the first application startup, you will be prompted to import counterparties using the Getting Started tool. You can access it in the quick menu and Getting Started, but I'll show you an alternate way. I will go into Accounting and select Opening Balances and create a new one to record our customer opening balances. Then we need to indicate if we're using a customer or supplier. In this case, it's a customer, so everything is correct. We need to indicate our date, so this will be the last date of our financial year, which is the 28th of February 2021. In my note, I will just say something short, 2021 closing balance customers, so that I can know what this opening balance is about. Okay, then I will click on Import Balances, and I will read from File and select my file from the disk. All right, now I will just have to match the spreadsheet columns with the attributes in the system. The code is in column 1. As you can see, it's already matched. The description, which is the name, in column 2, and the balance is in column 3. Now, there is no registration number, VAT number, document date, and document amount, so all of that will be 0. All right, now I will just say next, and the system will tell me who it found. If the counterparty column is empty, it means that the system didn't find this customer, and the credits are now indicated by a red color. Then I will just click on Import, and that's it. It's very easy, very simple, and now I will close this document. And there you go. Okay, now let's say that I want to create 2 additional opening balances for my customers. So I will click Create as I did, and I will put in my date again as the last date of the financial year, which is the 28th of February 2021. It's the customer, it's correct. So I will just put in additional closing balance customer as a note. All right, then I will click on Add to add in my customer. In this case, I'll select Checkers. Now I will put a little bit of more detail into this opening balance that I'm going to create. I will put in the number. Let's say this is the invoice number of the previous financial year that the customer has not paid. So in this case, let's put, for example, 67890. The date will be the date of the invoice that the current customer did not pay. Let's, for example, put 01/02/2021. The amount is the amount of the original invoice, 700. I will skip the source document and leave it blank and go straight into the balance. Let's say 50. Okay, so now let me explain what I just did here. There was an invoice for number 67890 that the customer dated the 1st of Feb 2021. Remember, our financial year starts on the 1st of March, so this is an invoice from the previous financial year. That invoice was for a total of 700, but this customer only paid 650 Rand. So now there's 50 Rand missing. So the customer still has to pay us 50 Rand. All right, so now I will post this and you will see how the system will create the source document automatically. And there you go, it was created, and now I can just post and close. Okay, now for the suppliers, it will work the same way. You will import the supplier information the same way we did before. And now let's say we're going to do this same process that we did with much more detail for the suppliers. So I will click on Create, and now I will select Supplier, and I will put in the last date of my financial year, which is again the 28th of Feb, and I will put in Supplier Additional closing balance. Okay, Before I move on, I'm just going to put in my AP account. AP is accounts payable for my supplier. In this case, it's supplier control account. All right, now I will click on add and add in my supplier, put in the invoice number that I haven't paid to my supplier, the date of the invoice, 31st of Jan 2021, the amount of the invoice, for example, it was 500. And again, I will skip source document and go straight into balance. Let's say I still have to pay 10 Rand of this invoice. Okay, then I will just click post. The system creates the supplier invoice as a source document, and that's it. I will just post and close. All right, now I want to show you two other ways to do opening balances. Again, I will create and choose the last date of my financial year. All right, and let's say it's for suppliers again. So I will click on fill in counterparties. So here the system brings to me all the suppliers that are in the system. So in this case, we only have this one that says demo company. All right, now I am going to delete this and choose customer instead. And I will click on fill in counterparties. And as you can see, we have much more customers in the system here, and all of them are brought into here. So everything is in orange just to identify that the system pre-filled these accounts. I can also use the pick option that will open up the list of all the counterparties, and I can select them like that. If I want to select more than one, I can just click on any and press Control on my keyboard and select any other ones. If I want to select all of them, I just click on any once again, press Control A on my keyboard, and it will select all of them. I can just click Select. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful for you. Goodbye for now.